health care, and that makes it unfair for us to compete. We should be caught up with the rest of the world, and we should have national health care.
I haven't played it in a while, I know. That's great.
Of all the forms of inequality and justice in health care, the most shocking
for health reform in conjunction and in protest of the Anthem WellPoint stockholders meeting that was held earlier this morning. Several of us went to that meeting and will be reporting on what happened. But first, we want to start our program today with some entertainment. We are really fortunate to have Carrie Newcomer with us this morning. She's an Indiana singer-songwriter with a national following. Her voice has been called as rich as Godiva chocolate, and she recently released her 11th album for the Rounder label. It's called The Geography of Light. She is also a generous progressive activist who donates her time and talent to a number of causes, including the cause of universal, affordable health care for all Americans. We thank Carrie Newcomer for being here this morning. She's going to perform a couple of songs for us. Please join me in welcoming Carrie Newcomer.
Another door opens wide. It's hard to believe all of these locked doors I've tried, and you can't break what you want. But what you'd have instead, you can only offer up your heart and ask that you be led. Life's gonna take you where you never thought you'd go. When you finally think you've got it down, it isn't so. And there are windows and doors you're not finished with yet. It's not always getting what you want.
Dr. Rob Stone.
So this morning, some of us went to the annual shareholders meeting at Anthem WellPoint, and several of us spoke at that meeting. We were given a chance to speak. I'm not sure we were listening. Get sick, so not even cover them in the first place. How to not cover anything once you get sick, when you send in the bill and they say claim denied. And then sometimes they even take people who have coverage who then get sick and they just cancel their policy completely. 6,000 of those cases happened in California last year. Now, so they make their money. Their purpose to exist, the way they make their profit, is by not paying money out for sick people. I went to medical school to take care of sick people. So that's why I find myself diametrically opposed to their entire mission. Now, when I was in high school, I went to church camp.
In fact, last year, 2008, Susan Bai was compensated $327,000 in her role as a WellPoint director.
When the world wasn't new, when the sun did not rise, or the light break all through, things might get a little worse before they get a little better. But there's always clear skies reaching out beyond bad weather, and the world holds its breath just to see where we'll incline this time. but I know the story's changed. In the window of a crisis, we can build a better frame. Come on and look inside you. It's the best place to start, and the greatest revolution is a simple change of heart. And I can't put the sacred in such a little box, because it's not. And there's no shame in learning something when there's something that must be learned. But there's danger when we will not see what our actions earn. Now courage doesn't always shout, but whispers and reminds. When we get up one more morning and we try another time.
I read David's before.
Yes, good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kids appreciate you. Thank you.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to go over to the Sorry, I missed this. Actually, I saw it from away.